So that just happens to be the Victoria Market in Melbourne. It just so happens to be just after 8 AM in the morning. I'm making my way to the Docks Library because I have a few things I need to do on my website. I'm struggling to put a sign-up form embedded on my website, so I'm going to learn how to do that today. What else am I doing? I've got the other 2 projects that I'm going to be working on as well, so that I can get them out to you guys soon. And yeah, you've just saw the Victoria Markets. That's them preparing for tonight, where they're going to be obviously serving quite a lot of people. So I don't know if I'm going to actually go tonight or not, but I might change my mind. So one of the main reasons why I'm doing this video today is purely because I want to actually get a couple of things straight. Since releasing this website, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are thinking, by the way, I'm not sure if you can see me because the sun is literally shining from behind, so I do apologise if my face is a bit dark right now. But yeah, one of the things that I want to just get straight is that when I release my website, maybe a few of you guys are thinking, why is Kyle teaching people how to become a digital nomad when Kyle himself isn't a digital nomad? And I totally understand that. However, here's the reason why. The reason why is because right now I'm learning to become a digital nomad, and I will eventually be one. So there's a smart way of going about helping people to become a digital nomad when you yourself aren't quite there yet but are going through that journey. And that way is basically what I'm doing is sharing my current knowledge and my current skills that have helped me get to where I am today. Then, as I progress forward and I gain more knowledge and more skills, I will too be able to pass that on to you guys via my website as well. And eventually when I become a digital nomad, I'd have a lot of resources there that I would have made up to becoming a digital nomad. And then when I am a digital nomad, there will be a lot of information designed to help you in a more valuable way because I'll have even more experience as a digital nomad. So I hope that all made sense. That is called the Woolshed Pub, and also if you go down here a bit and then where these skyscrapers are, you can actually go down here, and this is where all your nightlife is, or at least this is where your good nightlife is. Obviously you get good nightlife in the city as well as here at the docks, but at the docks you get some really good nightlife. I've only been out in Melbourne once. I don't have that much money, so I can't go and waste my money on nights out and alcohol and all this kind of stuff. The only time I'll go out is if I'm getting offered free alcohol, or you know, if it's just once in a very blue moon, you know, because it does cost a lot of money in Australia. One beer in Australia costs you what, $8–9 just for one beer. So imagine you buy 10 beers in one night, that's $90 just gone like that. By the way, when you watch this video, it just looks like I've walked from my hostel to the library in like, I don't know, 8 minutes, or however long the video is. But if you remember me telling you earlier on in the video that it was like just after 8 AM, well, it's now 9:40 and I'm still not at the library. That's not because it takes so long to walk there, but that's because I've stopped to take photographs for my Instagram. That means I've, you know, took more than one take to do this video, which means I've obviously recorded this more than once. And yeah, like, you're constantly having to think about the story as well. So for example, those shots where you see me twirling, you know, that's not just random shots. I've actually thought about that the night before, about how I want to get from the hostel to the library, and then I've tried to do it in a creative way, and I've just tried to think about the shots that I want and how I can make my way to the library with the shots that I'm wanting, if that makes any sense. So there's a lot of work that goes into making these videos, And I'm not saying that to complain, I just thought it would be a good idea just to talk about it briefly to you, just that you know kind of like what goes into making the videos. Some of you make videos yourself, so you'll know. But yeah, basically, yeah, if it takes you a while to do a video, don't worry about it, because usually if you do a take more than once, you know, it just makes you a better filmmaker. Eventually you'll train yourself to get the shots that you actually need, instead of just going out there and randomly taking all the shots and then picking the good ones when you're in the editing process. So it's I certainly find it a lot easier now to make a video than when I first started, because when I first started I just took like 200 videos and then just hoped for the best. But now I actually, you know, I actually know what I want to get, so I reduce the amount of videos that I film dramatically. And one thing that I do is I actually think about what it is that I want to talk about and film before I actually do it, which helps as well. I'm finally at the library, so I'm going to show you a little bit of this library. It's actually a really cool library, by the way. Let's go. So yeah, as you can see, it's a really nice library. I mean, I've been coming to this library quite a lot since I've been in Melbourne, because it's so quiet. It's so, like, it's got such epic views of this harbour. It's called the Library at the Docks. If you're coming here to Melbourne, definitely come here. It's one of the best libraries after the State Library, which is in the CBD. But yeah, I've spent, what, 9-10 hours almost in this library today. So the reason why I've spent so long in this library today is pretty much because I've had to do a few things and a few tweaks to my website. A few of you have mentioned that I should put the sign-up form embedded on my website. There's a problem doing it that way because, for example, there's two types of WordPress sites that you can actually sign up to. One of the WordPress sites is wordpress.org. Now, wordpress.org allows you to create your own website from scratch. That means you have full control over the coding. WordPress.com is a lot more limiting. WordPress.com is for people like myself who are beginners to web design, web building and developing. So basically, WordPress.com allows you to use a template, a pre-populated template to design your website. Now that's great because it's very convenient, but you're also very limited as to what you can do because you don't have full access and control over the coding. So what has this meant for me then? Well, it just means that I can't embed a sign-up form on my page because I'm with wordpress.com, but there's a way around that. And basically, because I've signed up to MailChimp, and that's where my newsletters are generated from, MailChimp actually allows you to design your own newsletter form via their sign or via your account when you sign up to MailChimp. Now, when you've finished designing your newsletter on MailChimp, it generates a URL or a link to the newsletter on MailChimp's site. So basically MailChimp hosts your newsletter. Now what you do with that URL is you go onto WordPress and you add a custom link to your navigation bar at the top of your website, and you paste that URL. So when you go to my website, you'll see on the navigation bar at the top of my website, yes, sign me up. If you click that, it will take you to my MailChimp newsletter sign up form, which you can then sign up, and all's good, and you'll get all my secret stuff that won't be released here and whatever. But yeah, that's essentially what I've done. It just means that my form is now on a pop-up and embedded on my website. So all is good. I'm happy. It means that anybody and everybody can now sign up. And yeah, what else have I been doing? Branding. That's what I've been doing. I've focused a lot on my branding today. So if you go into my social media, you will see that I've completely changed my branding. So let me know in the comments what you think of my new branding. It's my very first professional branding that I've done. The photo was taken on this camera, the Canon 1200D. You know, I'm essentially discovering the digital nomad way, and I'm passing all my knowledge that I gain from this journey on to you, which will then help you to combine your own work and travel as well. So that's the way I've gone about it, and I think that's quite a good way to go about it. I think it keeps it real for me, keeps it authentic, and it's a nice way for me to give back to you. Now, it's taken me a long time. It's taken me 10 hours to do this. So it's definitely not something that's easy and quick. You do have to put in a lot of time. The third thing that I was actually going to do today is, and this is pretty awesome, is that some of you may know that a while ago I applied for the Amazon affiliate program for the first time, so that I could start, you know, using affiliate links to generate some passive income. Now, the first time I signed up for the Amazon program, I got declined because I wasn't viewed as a person who could generate traffic to Amazon at the time. So I tried for the second time, and the second time I tried, I now had an increased number of videos on my YouTube channel and a social media presence. So I thought surely I could start generating traffic. I applied for that second time and I got declined. And so then I thought, how am I going to get Amazon on my side here? How am I going to get them to see me as somebody worthy of generating income for them through affiliate links? So then I decided, right, what if I do the website? Would that not count as generating traffic? So what I did then was I focused on building my website and blah blah blah. So I released the website, and now yesterday or last night I reapplied for the Amazon affiliates program and I got accepted. So I'm now an Amazon affiliate. Hallelujah. So the ball is finally rolling in the passive income side of things, which is good. So yeah, having a website certainly opens some doors. That's pretty much all I have for you today from Melbourne. The sun is setting behind me right there, I don't know if you can see that. And yeah, I'm basically heading back to the hostel. Tomorrow is going to be a pretty exciting day for me. I have an interview, but it's not just any interview. This is an interview with a company that is looking for aspiring videographers and photographers. So I'm really excited about this. It means that if I get this job, I can finally do some work around my passions. And I'll see you in the next video. So remember, roads at your feet, go and explore, create some epic moments, and I'll see you at the next video.